Hi, my name is Jeff Pevar, and I'm a performer and a session player and a guitar player who's played in a number of different bands, including Ray Charles, Crosby, Stills and Nash. I'm partners in a band called CPR with David Crosby and James Raymond. Did some gigs with Donald Fagen and the Rock and Soul Review. Toured with Joe Cocker. Mark Cohn, done a bunch of sessions, James Taylor, and toured with Ricky Lee Jones. Been playing professionally since I was about 15 years old, and Gibson guitars has been a huge contributor to my my collection, and one of the reasons why I am so proud to be a guitar player. Gibson's newest, hot on the scene guitar. This is an ES339, and as you can see, it's shaped like an ES335, but it's much more petite, much smaller, but that does not mean that the sound is smaller. In fact, it's a very intense, focused sound, which, as you will hear momentarily, you can really get pretty much any type of sound that you would possibly want out of this guitar. You know, being a guitar player who doesn't practice 10 hours a day, you know, there are times that I'll go for things and it just, I'm hearing it, but it's not connecting, and then other times, more so on the gig itself, I'll go for things that I didn't even know I could do, and they just kind of happen in the heat of battle, and I'm really thrilled it's that way and not the other way around, where I play all the best stuff in my room, and then when I get out on the gig I tank. There is something about the heat of the moment, and when you're not trying, that it almost feels like the music kind of comes through you and plays you, and you're just kind of a conduit for that energy. The longer that I play, the more that happens, so I'm very grateful for that. Gibson sent me this to check out for this video, and I have to admit, I pulled it out. I was very surprised how much I liked it. I'm a big fan of the 335 model, which I have an older one, and when I put this thing in my hands, I just didn't even want to put it down. It's just so easy to play. The tonal characteristics are so wide. I think this one actually gets a little bit more of that nice pristine high end than my other 335, the bigger body. I think this particular instrument has a wider tonal characteristic, and I was very surprised what this thing does. It's very interesting. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a Les Paul type of feel because of the body, but the sound that comes out of it sounds like a larger bodied, 335 or 345. So, certainly for anyone who might be a little smaller than I am, I think the guitar would appeal to them as well because it is in such a nice compact size. But for me, it's all about what the instrument sounds like, how it feels, what the neck is like, and this instrument has obviously been crafted with all the years of experience that Gibson has under their belt. And if they're going to come out with something new, you know that it's got to be something that's really slamming. And I have to say I'm very, very impressed with this instrument. One of the things that I love out of a particular instrument is its integrity and its honesty and the voice that it has, almost like a human voice. And in a clean tone, this thing rings like a bell. And it also gets the jazz tones like a Wes Montgomery style. So for the jazz purists, it offers you the big jazz body sound in a smaller, more condensed unit. And certainly for blues players, that kind of Lucille type of tone. But this particular guitar has a very beautiful, crispy high end to it, which I really love. All the notes are very succinct and really stick out and point out. This guitar also gets amazing rock and roll tones, kind of like a Keith Richards kind of vibe. Depending on the type of amp that you use and the type of pedals that you use, this guitar is capable of pretty much anything that you could possibly want. To hear its rock and roll tones or fat, distorted sounds, I look at guitars kind of like paintbrushes or colors that an artist might use to paint on the canvas. And any guitar that gets a wide tonal characteristic like the 339 would end up getting used much more often than other guitars that just have a singular voice. So I'm very excited that Gibson has come out with this model, and I'm sure in the near future a lot of people will be playing these around because they just are killer. It's an amazing instrument. One of the other unique options that this guitar features is this Memphis tone circuit. And what it does is when you turn the guitar down from your lead setting or up to 10, as you turn it down, you don't lose that beautiful high end that some of the other tone circuits do. So your rhythm playing stays nice and crispy and has a lot of body to it. I have gotten to a point now where instead of having a rig that I kind of call my sound, I actually play with all different types of amps now. And so I've had a chance to actually put the 339 into use into numerous sonic scenarios, and I've been impressed in every one. I put this guitar through all those different amps, and I was just really, really impressed at the sonic capabilities of this instrument. It just really sings. One of the things I really love about this guitar, besides its portability, it really has pretty much everything that you could possibly want in one guitar. Tonality-wise, it gets really shimmery top, it gets warm, beautiful round bottom. I think if you had one instrument that you needed to choose from that you wanted to have with you, this would be the guy.